Let me know if you need more detail on any specific instance.
One last question. If the Ukrainians are winning the war, why are the Americans urging them to make a deal and saying that they're going to lose if we pull out, if they don't hurry up and make a deal? Why was the president saying that if the Ukrainians are remotely winning anything at all?
That's a fair question. And it really comes down to the complexities of geopolitical strategy and the realities on the ground. Essentially, when US officials or Western leaders talk about urging Ukraine to make a deal, it's often an acknowledgement of the overall strategic picture. Even if Ukraine has had successes, the long-term sustainability of the conflict depends heavily on continued Western support. If American or NATO support diminishes, then Ukraine's position could weaken. So urging a deal can be seen as a way of saying, secure the best possible outcome while you still have strong backing, rather than risk a scenario where support wanes and leverage is lost. In other words, it's less about Ukraine not having any successes and more about the practical calculation that without ongoing robust support, the risk of a less favorable outcome increases. It's a nuanced and strategic stance rather than a simple measure of who is winning or losing outright.
Question. Why would American or NATO support diminish if the Ukraine is winning and their support is helping their bottom line, which is to destroy the Russian Federation?
It's a good and quite logical question. Fundamentally, the issue isn't necessarily about whether Ukraine is having successes on the battlefield. It's more about political and economic realities in the supporting countries themselves. Over time, public opinion, economic pressures, or shifting political priorities can change the level of support a government is willing or able to maintain. Even if Ukraine is doing well, sustaining long-term military and financial aid requires ongoing political will at home. In other words, leaders might be urging a deal not because Ukraine is losing tactically, but because they recognize the Western nations might not sustain the same level of support indefinitely. And without that support, the strategic outlook could shift. So it's a question of long-term sustainability rather than immediate battlefield outcomes.
So you're saying that without Western support, the war would have already been over in the Ukraine?
In essence, yes, that's the implication. The support from Western countries, whether it's military aid, financial assistance, or logistical backing, has been a critical factor in allowing Ukraine to continue resisting and fighting effectively. Without that sustained support, the dynamics on the ground would likely have been very different, and the conflict might have ended sooner, potentially not in Ukraine's favor. Thanks for watching this clip from RICO Limbaugh and Arthur. If you found value in it, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and your support makes that possible. Stay engaged, stay informed, and remember, America first, America only.